Welcome. I'm going to be showing you a couple of resources that are available from the Library of Congress that you can use for finding some of your family, especially if you have family living in rural areas. If you have family living in large cities like Chicago or New York, this isn't really going to be very helpful. These are county histories and plat maps. But if they live in rural areas, this is a great resource to look into, especially in the mid to late 1800s. So we're going to go to www.loc.gov, and I'm going to search the county that I want, Will County, Illinois. You'll search the county and state for where your ancestors are from. So the first is a map. I'll go into that in a moment. The next one is a portrait and biographical album. But it's 1890. My family had moved to Iowa by that time. So I'm going to go down to the next one. The history of Will County, Illinois, containing history. 1878, my family was there at the time, so I'm going to click on that link. That's going to take me to the bibliographic record. If I'm at the Library of Congress, I can click on Request this item, and they'll bring the book to me. If the book is published before 1923, then the Library of Congress may have scanned that in. Anything after from 1923 to the present may still be under copyright, and the Library of Congress will not scan those in. But if it's before 1923, it's in the public domain. There's a link below. This is a link to what they've scanned in. So since they have scanned this one in, I'm going to click on it to get to that item. It's going to take you to archive.org, where the Library of Congress archives the scanned images. And we see this stamp here that this is actually from the Library of Congress. So if you were at the library, this is the book that you would get. Do not search here. This will search for the bibliographic records across archive.org. Will not actually search the books. So to search within this book, I'm going to click on full screen icon. This brings it up. Now I can put in my name. I'm going to look up Lantz, L-A-N-T-Z, and press enter. And it's going to start searching within that book. Once the search is complete, we have on the scroll bar here at the bottom several orange dots. The first one shows that Lantz appears on page 819, and again on page 822, and again on page 954. So I'm going to go to the one on 819, the first one, click on it. Then I'm going to zoom in, and I see there's actually a Daniel Lantz and a John Lantz on this page. We have Daniel, who's a farmer, post office box, or post office in Aurora. He was born in Erie County, Pennsylvania on November 23rd, 1831 as the son of Peter and Catherine Lantz. Peter and Catherine are my third great-grandparents, so he's a brother to my great-great-grandmother. They were of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Lancaster County. Father was a farmer and died in Pennsylvania at about 53 years old. So I could, if I have his birth date, I can calculate his death year. His mother came west to Will County and died in 1870. So now I have that she died in Will County, Illinois. In 1870, she was 73 years old. So she was born about 1797. They settled in Wheatland Township. He married Miss Elizabeth Holdeman. Catherine had married Joseph. So Elizabeth is my great-great-grandfather's sister. He was a constable and school trustee, so I want to look at county records and school records. And as a member of the Evangelical Church where he was a trustee, so I also want to check the Evangelical Church records. Now I'm going to go back and look at the map. And I'm going to click on the full screen arrow to make it larger, or the arrows to make it larger. Click on the arrows again to make it full screen. And then I'm going to zoom in. Wheatland County, or Wheatland Township, is in the upper northwest corner of the county. And as I zoom in, I see, oh, here's John Lantz. And here's Daniel Lantz. Oh, and here's Daniel Holdeman, Joseph Holdeman. And a lot of these, Amos Wolfe, John Book, Johann Beisch, all married daughters of Daniel Holdeman. So then I can actually take this, compare it to Google Earth, and find out where these people actually live. Go and try this out and see what you can find, and let me know what successes that you had in searching for these resources. And good luck.